Your episode tackles a really troubling issue like systemic violence inflicted to women and how much society overlooks that misogynist and incel culture. So when you first read the script, did you immediately felt represented by that story?
Yeah, absolutely. And it also terrified me. I think that I could identify with it, and it's a very real fear that a lot of women have. Liz and Carly, our creators, sent me an amazing article about incel culture that I read sort of right after I read the episode to sort of put everything in perspective. And I think a problem that the episode is examining is also the blame that ends up being put on women when they are the victim of violent crimes. I think we talk a lot about, as girls, how we're taught to not wear our hair in a ponytail, to not wear suggestive clothing. It's sort of the burden is put on women to not be assaulted. Don't do anything to provoke men because they can't control their emotions. And, if something happens, it's, well, what did you do to make that happen? And I think that is something that the episode is analyzing, is sort of how wrong that sort of blame is. And also just a statement too about how every woman's life has value. And this is sort of also, it's examining, on a slightly lighter note, the tropes that exist in these male-driven detective shows. And, something that we look at with those is how the victims in these shows are often a Madonna or a whore type of figure, where they're either extraordinarily innocent and virginal or extraordinarily demented and have a bunch of dark secrets that they're hiding. And I kind of thought it was very unique to look at through the lens of one of these detective shows. But what if the victim was kind of ordinary? And what if she was a woman who sought out a lot of attention from men and cared a lot about her appearance? Does that make her life any less valuable? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a really interesting point of view, the one that the episode has. And I wanted to ask you about that. If have you ever felt like a ghost, like your character, like you were voiceless? I don't know if in this industry mainly.
Sure, yeah. I think that I've been in situations on sets where I didn't feel like I was allowed to contribute. But you know what? Not in a long time. So that is the good news. And I've been really lucky to work with women like Liz Flahive and Carly Mensch, who created this show and who also created Glow. And both experiences were extremely collaborative. I think the first thing they did after I read this episode was say, do you have any notes? Do you want to talk about the story? Is there anything you'd like to change? And we got on the phone and had a really amazing call. And the whole experience of shooting the show was that way too. It sort of felt like everybody on set had a say in creative aspects of the episode, and we were all kind of creating it together, and a voice was given to everyone. And that made the experience extremely satisfying.
Like you were saying, you had the chance to reunite with Carly and Liz after that bitter cancellation of Glow. How was this reunion? Did it help you to heal that wound of not having the chance to close that story?
Absolutely, yes. It was amazing closure for me, because not just Liz and Carly, but a lot of our crew on this show had worked on Glow. So it was like a mini reunion, and Anya Adams, who directed the episode, directed an episode of Glow in our previous season. So it was the closure that I needed. It was so strange to have Glow canceled during COVID and not be able to see anybody in person. and process it. So to have one last, week together shooting this show, it was really nice to see, our sound guys and like our hair and makeup women, our costume designer. It was really nice. It was really cathartic.